SevereMMA, we're here at UTC, the Ultimate Training Center in Birmingham. We're alongside one of their amateur fight team, Jake Hadley. And before we talk MMAC and the fight coming up next month, 2016 wasn't the year you were hoping it to be. I think, you know, just talking off camera, you frustrated with not getting kind of the number of fights you wanted, especially at amateur. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, basically, the last time me and you spoke, it was right before the fight against Darryl Clark. I was supposed to fight Darryl Clark. I fought Darryl Clark on Shinobi. I won that fight, won the Shinobi belt. A couple of weeks later, I fought on Fight Star against Warren Mason. I won that title. And then I was ranked #1 in the country. Everything was looking good. The year was looking good. And then all of a sudden, can't get no fights. I get matched up, the pull out, a couple of weeks before the fight, the pull out. I get a match up, they just keep pulling out. And then a couple of fights I had, and I'm fighting, because I fight the top guys every fight. I don't try and pad my record like these other guys who try and pad the amateur record. I don't know what that's about. Amateurs are learning. You're supposed to be learning the amateurs. You're supposed to fight the top guys. But all these guys want to do is pad the record. But I'm fighting the top guys, so I fight this guy. I go to fight this guy from Denmark, 8-0. Yeah, I do. I go for a training camp. I train hard for it. I get there, the guy misses weight because he can't stop eating cakes and donuts all night. Yeah, so he misses weight. And then that fight falls through. So then a couple months later, so then I take a fight with Danny Stirk. I take a fight with Danny Stirk in his hometown. Yeah, don't forget I'm the champ of this promotion, Fight Star. And I'm fighting him in his own town. I didn't really want to fight, if I gotta be completely honest. The only reason I took the fight is because I hadn't fought for like months. And I wanted to fight to keep active. You know what I mean? So I took the fight. And the guy makes weight, but then the guy nearly dies trying to make weight. I think he's still lying in that bath from the last time he's trying to cut the weight. I haven't heard nothing since from him. These guys, I don't know, man. They can't make weight. They can't stop eating cakes and shit like that. I don't know what's up with them.
Is it frustrating being a young, especially, you were on a bit of a tear and people were starting to talk about you. Not being able to get the fights means you're not getting the exposure, which means you're not getting the wins, which, how frustrating is it?
It's terrible. Like I say, all the top guys, they don't want to fight the top guys. They want to hide from them. And if they do want to fight them, they'll say, come down to Glasgow, my hometown, and I won't meet you halfway, I won't do this, I won't do that, I won't come and fight. Everyone wants me to come and fight down in their hometown. They don't want to come to Birmingham and fight me. On the last MMAC, I was supposed to fight. Couldn't get a fight. I was supposed to fight and go on a ticket, couldn't get a fight. I was supposed to fight loads of different shows. Just nobody will fight me. Like, I don't want to fight no bum. I want to fight all the top guys. So if you're a top guy, come at me like. And that's why I took the fight with Liam Gittins. And I took a fight with Liam Gittins because I was ranked #1 in the country. But what happened was, because I hadn't fought for a long time, I lost my #1 ranking. And Liam Gittins was #1 and I was #2. So I fought Liam Gittins. It wasn't for a belt. It was a 5-round, no contest, no title fight. And I took that fight. I was watching Liam Gittins. I thought, yeah, this guy, I like this guy, the way he fights. He comes out to fight. He don't care. He'll take one to give one. He's a proper fighter's fighter. I thought, yeah, this guy is good. This is the type of guy I want to fight. Yeah. I come in the fight now. The geezer, I don't know how the judges can give him the fight for one. Yeah. He was shadowboxing in there. Yeah, shadowboxing in front of my face, and the judges are giving him points for that. The guy hugs and stalls and bees a bitch the whole entire fight, and they give him the fight. I mean, I could have fought like that from my amateur debut, because I'm a fighter's fighter and I want to be entertaining. I want to, I am not here trying to sell no bullshit tickets to people. I try and put on fights. These geezers want to come and hug every single fight. When they fight me, they want to come and hug. I could have done that from my first fight, but now you've woken up a devil, because now I might do that shit now. I might come out and try and run away like Forrest Gump. I might come and hug the whole entire fight. So don't be shocked if I do that, because you lot are bums and want to be boring and stall out a fight. What the hell?
Let's be
honest. No, all these guys, they ain't fighters no more. I got into MMA when I was a young kid, watching MMA. I thought, yeah, I want to be like them, real alpha male fighters. as I've got older and I've learnt about MMA, it's full of bums and pussies. Everyone's a pussy in MMA. Nobody wants to fight no one. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. No one wants to fight no one. Oh, mate.
February 25th, though, on paper, you've got to fight. You get to fight, and you get to fight in Birmingham against Ben Fahey. Do you expect he's going to show up?
I think he'll show up.
Good.
I actually think he'll show up. I actually do think he'll show up. He ain't got, he ain't really a guy everyone knows as a name, but he's dangerous. He does pose threats, and I think he's got nothing to lose from this fight, so he's going to come in there. He's supposed to be a striker, like I say, but I won't be surprised if he runs the whole entire fight, or if he tries to hug me the whole entire fight. But that's all right, because I brought in 2 really good sparring partners, Forrest Gump and Huggy Bear, just in case he tries to do that. So I'm all right.
Let's be honest, again, fighting in Birmingham at the things, the Guildhurst, the City Guild Hall, I think, the event
the
takes
Q
place.
Club, yeah.
There's going to be the UTC Fight Team always travels with the UTC Fight Team support, and you're going to get a little bit of hometown love. Is that important? You appreciate that? Does that kind of fire you up?
I appreciate the hometown love. Well, I hardly ever get to fight in my hometown because I always have to travel to fight these guys, even though I've got more belts than half of you guys have fights. Like, I have more belts than these guys have fights. You know what I mean? But no one wants to come and take it from me. But anyway, so I'm actually glad I get to fight in my hometown and not someone else's hometown for once. And in front of, because we've got a good group of lads fighting, about 10 or 12 UTC lads fighting on the show. So
this fight goes the way that you expect it to, and you put in the performance you expect. It's a question I've asked you a couple of times, usually tongue in cheek, but seeing as you're not getting the competition that you'd want or the type of fights you'd want, certainly in the UK's amateur scene, does that mean that there might be a quicker move to pro than you had first kind of thought?
You see, this is what I was gonna turn pro because of this, not being able to get fights and stuff. And then, Silk told me, "No, Jake, take your time. You got a big future in this sport. You can take your time. You're only young. You know what I'm saying?" So I just listen to what my coaches say, what Yannick says, what Silk says, what these guys say, because they know best.
You find it hard to stay patient now? I know you're getting good advice from good guys, which is why you listen. But inside, is it still kind of gnawing away at you? You want to get you want 7 or 8 fights in a year. That's probably where you'd like to be, not 3.
I know I try and get the fights, but for some reason, they always fall through.
What can Birmingham expect to see from you come February 25th? Again, you don't get to fight at home very often. You're going to get a lot of support. What's the performance we're going to see?
Typical Jake Hadley. I come to fight every time. That's what I'm going to see. Me coming to fight. That's what I come. I'm coming for that win. I'm coming for that belt. Coming to get what I want back, and that's my number 1 spot. And I'm coming for Liam Gittins as well after this fight. Actually, I think, that Mohammed kid who's fighting Liam.
Mohammed Makiev, yeah.
Yeah, I think Mohammed. I actually said to Mohammed the kid, we spoke, and I actually think that Mohammed will win. Not that he's a better fighter than him, but I think his game plan, what he'll do on Liam, is he'll take him down. Liam's got 0 wrestling. He'll take him down, and he'll lie on him the fight, and then he'll win. Oh, that's what, my opinion of the fight. But then I get the crack at Mohammed if he wants to fight, innit? And then I get to fight Liam again, and then that's that.
The crazy cool thing about this, though, is 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to sit with anybody, and we're talking about amateur athletes. We're not talking about the guys in the pros, but we're talking to them by name. We know their reputations. You know about them. They know about you. That's how far the sport's coming, at the amateur scene for the last.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm only chasing the top guys. I want to come after the top guys. You know what I mean? I like these other guys, like 8-0, 9-0, 10-0 as an amateur, and then they turn pro. They can't even win a fight because they padded the amateur record up that much. They can't even win a pro. They can't win at pro because they fought 8 bums. You know what I mean? I mean, you look at some guys who have mixed amateur records, but then when they turn pro, they do better. I mean, you look at Cody Garbrandt. He was 6-2 as an amateur. Yeah, he got knocked out cold. He got choked. Yeah, now he's 11-0 and he's champion of the world. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people try and pad the record at amateur, but that's it. I want to fight the top guys. If you're a top guy and you think you're a top guy, try and get the fight in it.